15 Best Things to Do in China. China has a diverse landscape, a variety of attractions, and even some hidden gems worth a visit. This country boasts of a lot of exotic destinations which should be part of your itinerary while visiting China. And more than what meets the eye, there is definitely a lot more things to do in China than just visiting the iconic wall or the Forbidden City. Number 1. Boating on River Li. The 83 kilometers long Li River is clean enough for a boating trip or just a swim for those who are looking for fun things to do in China. You can travel on the cruise boat for a comfortable boating experience, choose to kayak on the Li River from Yangshuo, or can also enjoy bamboo rafting for a floating experience as the scenery is worth the visit. Number 2. Interact with the cute pandas. One of the fun things to do in China is to visit some super cute pandas at the giant panda breeding research base. The black and white fluffy animals love hanging, climbing, and munching on the bamboo groves. These adorable creatures are happy and lively all the time, which makes it a must experience to spend a day with them on your next trip to China. Number 3. Hike the floating mountains. Are you an Avatar fan? Well, a hike to the Zhangjiajie National Forest Park will then be a familiar trail for you. These mountains were the inspiration behind the floating mountains in Avatar. One of the most awesome things to do in China is to go hiking at this stunning park, where the clouds accompany you, making the experience more lively. Number 4. Climb the Great Wall. The Great Wall is China at its most iconic. Most people choose to see the famous site in Beijing, but there are renovated sections of the wall all throughout northern China. For a strenuous hike with 1,000 of your closest friends, opt for Beijing's Mushanyu section. See where the Great Wall meets the sea in Henan province, or get a unique view of the Gobi Desert from the western end of the wall in Gansu province. Number 5. Eat Xiao Longbao in Shanghai. Nearly everyone who knows Chinese cuisine has tasted the mighty Xiao Longbao. Beloved the world over for their fragrant soup filling and delicate wrapping, Shanghai's famous soup dumplings just aren't the same anywhere else. It might take a few tries to get the hang of eating them properly, so you might as well eat them every chance you get. Number 6. The Forbidden City and the Imperial Palace, Beijing. If you're looking to be awestruck by Chinese architecture, you needn't go any further than the Forbidden City. As its name implies, local Chinese citizens were once denied entry to this imperial palace, although now it is the biggest palace complex in the world, with 980 buildings, spread over 0.73 square kilometers, and a UNESCO World Heritage Site that attracts about 8 million visitors annually from all over the globe. Number 7. Ride a horse in Inner Mongolia. Most people don't even know that Inner Mongolia is part of China. Fewer still have been there. Those who do go tend to stick to the capital of Hohhot and the world-famous Gobi Desert. For a taste of nomadic life, a trip to the grasslands is essential. Little of the grasslands is paved with roads, so you'll have to explore the wide open beauty by horse. Number 8. Experience the essence of Shanghai at the Bund. A famous and popular waterfront area in Shanghai, the Bund is one of the most important architectural areas in China, studded with historic buildings that intermingle with modern skyscrapers. Strolling the Bund is the best thing to do in China, and an absolute must, especially for those visiting Shanghai for the first time. People from all over come to admire the colonial European buildings and skyscrapers, enjoy views from the Oriental Pearl Tower, shop in the designer stores and relax in the nearby Garden of Happiness. There is a pedestrian zone and boardwalk where you will find many trendy shops, restaurants, art galleries and coffee shops. Number 9. Visit Red Beach. As we look out across the world's largest wetland area, the swath of marshy flora growing in the shallow waters of Doa County, China is an eye-popping crimson. A vast luscious landscape surrounded by an astronomical beauty of red weed, as if found on Mars. Governmentally protected, tourists can walk among the rare reeds via specially installed wooden walkways that extend out over the delicate ecosystem. Number 10. The Terracotta Army, Xi'an. Visiting the terracotta warriors in Xian is one of the must-to-do in China. You will definitely be shocked by this eighth wonder of the world, also one of the greatest archaeological finds in 20th century in the world. More than 8,000 life-sized soldiers, 130 chariots with 520 horses and 150 cavalry horses were made. Standing in front of these figures, one can't help being amazed not only by the ambition of Emperor Qin Shi Huang but also by the fabulous artistic skills of ancient Chinese artisans. Number 11. Have a thrilling skywalking on the world's longest and highest glasses bridge. Zhangjiajie Grand Canyon Glass Bridge has become one of the most popular attractions in 2016 and 2017. It is the world's highest and longest glass bridge with a full length of 430 meters and a respective height of about 400 meters above the valley bottom. Walking on the Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge, you may feel stressful and frightened, but you can have a fabulous view of the silver streams and green valley under 400 meters. Number 12. The Yangtze River and the Three Gorges. Known in China as Changjiang, Long River, the mighty Yangtze River extends more than 6,000 kilometers, making it the longest and most important river in China, and the third longest in the world after the Amazon and the Nile. While its immense length ensures the river can be visited at numerous points in China, by far the most popular for tourists is the beautiful Three Gorges, Quatang, Wu, and Xiling, a 200-kilometer stretch between the towns of Fengjai and Yitong. Number 13. Leshan Giant Buddha. The mountain is a Buddha and the Buddha is a mountain. So goes the famous Chinese saying, one that's attributed to the spectacular 71-meter-tall Leshan Giant Buddha. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Giant Buddha continues to draw huge numbers of pilgrims from across the globe, and is widely regarded as one of China's must-visit attractions. Easily accessible from the city of Chengdu, the Leshan Giant Buddha can be reached by a fun ferry trip from the public docks in Leshan. The scenic park in which the Buddha is set is also worth exploring, so be sure to allocate sufficient time in your itinerary. Number 14. Bamboo Tube Rice. When you take a trip to the Longsheng Longji rice terraces, make sure you take out a minute to admire the hard work of the farmers. One of the best things to do in China is to try the songfan, bamboo tube rice delicacy which is quite famous in these parts. The dish is made up of glutinous rice, dry meat, and peanuts which are sealed in a bamboo tube and then cooked over fire. Do not miss out on this. Number 15. Experience traditional arts and architecture. China has a rich musical and architectural heritage that spans centuries and hundreds of cultural traditions. Admiring dynastic architecture through the ages is a highlight of any trip to China, whether getting a close-up view of a Tang Dynasty pagoda in Xi'an, or standing in the imposing open space of Tiananmen Square. In arts and music, too, China has flourished through the ages. There are plenty of places around the country to experience traditional Chinese opera. One of the most charming experiences in China is getting up early in the morning to visit local parks, where people practice sword play, fan dancing, tai chi, singing, square dancing, water calligraphy, and other folk art forms. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel.